healing nobody talks about. For 2,000 years, millions have heard the stories. The blind seeing, the sick recovering, the broken being restored. Yet beneath these famous accounts lies a deeper question. What did Jesus actually mean by healing? Was healing only about the body? Or was there a deeper transformation taking place? Because when we look closely at the teachings of Jesus, a remarkable pattern begins to emerge. Again and again, he points beyond symptoms, beyond appearances, beyond external conditions, toward something happening within, a transformation of perception, a restoration of wholeness, a healing that begins at the deepest level of human experience. And perhaps that is why this teaching remains so powerful today. Because while medicine treats the body, Jesus often spoke about healing the whole person. Mind, heart, spirit, awareness. Tonight, we explore one of the most profound questions in spiritual history. What was the deeper healing message hidden within the teachings of Jesus? Why Jesus connected healing with faith? One of the most repeated phrases in the Gospels is, "Your faith has made you well." Notice what Jesus does not say. He does not point exclusively to a ritual. He does not point exclusively to a location. He repeatedly points to an inner condition. Faith here is often understood as belief, but many scholars suggest it can also imply trust, openness, and receptivity. In other words, a state in which a person becomes inwardly aligned, not fragmented, not divided, not trapped in fear. This does not mean illness is caused by lack of faith, but it does suggest that inner condition plays a powerful role in human well-being. The connection between fear and suffering. Throughout the teachings of Jesus, one phrase appears repeatedly: do not be afraid. Why? Because fear affects perception. Fear narrows awareness. Fear amplifies danger. Fear keeps attention locked on survival. Modern science confirms that chronic stress can affect sleep, immune function, mood, and overall health. Jesus may not have used modern medical language, but he clearly understood the destructive power of fear over the human experience. Healing begins when fear no longer controls perception. The power of forgiveness. Another theme appears constantly: forgiveness, not merely as morality, but as liberation. Resentment creates tension. Bitterness consumes attention. Old wounds remain active within consciousness. Forgiveness does not change the past, but it changes the relationship to the past. And when that burden lifts, people often experience profound emotional relief. Perhaps this is one reason forgiveness appears so frequently in the teachings of Jesus. Healing through wholeness. The ancient meaning of healing often implied restoration. Wholeness, integration, the opposite of fragmentation. Jesus repeatedly restores people to connection. Connection with themselves, connection with others, connection with God, connection with life. Healing, in this deeper sense, becomes more than symptom relief. It becomes the restoration of harmony. Why inner peace matters. Modern culture often seeks peace through circumstances. Jesus pointed inward, again and again, a peace not dependent upon external conditions, a stillness deeper than temporary comfort, a centered awareness that remains steady amid uncertainty. This peace may not eliminate every challenge, but it transforms how challenges are experienced. Perhaps the deepest healing teaching of Jesus was never a secret formula, never a hidden technique, never a magical cure. Perhaps it was the restoration of wholeness itself, a life less ruled by fear, less trapped by resentment, less fragmented by distraction, more aligned, more present, more aware. And perhaps that is why these teachings continue to resonate after 2,000 years. Because while human technology has changed dramatically, the need for inner healing remains exactly the same.